welcome back to Automatons Gaming. We are continuing our career mode with Flight Simulator 2020. Just a note, in case you missed it, this isn't actually built into Flight Simulator 2020. It's actually from a program called OnAir Company Manager. You can Google it, OnAir Company Manager. It is a paid service. It's a small subscription fee service. It's not terribly expensive, but just to put it out there, I think for the first couple of videos, I'll make sure that that's blatantly obvious because I don't want to have issues with this. So, we're going to go in. I have to figure something out, though. Okay. So first of all, I was going to do a dangerous or a perishable goods cargo that was going to bring us up to, I think somewhere in here. I think somewhere close to KPGI here, close to Glacial Park. My goal is to get back to Calgary because I've got this local mission here. It's going to give me a ton of experience, which I can use to start spending points on. So I want to get back into the Calgary area for now. So I'm going to probably head off in this direction. Now, I was going to do that perishable goods thing that I saw in the last video, but then when I went to go pick it up and fly it, it turns out that it's not a 2-day time limit to get it done. It's actually a 2-day time limit to start it and then finish it within a certain amount of time. So I wasn't going to be able to fly that one right away. So I took the job by accident, and then I abandoned it and I lost $5,000. So that's okay. We're going to do this flight here. This is going to be a very chill flight. I'm probably going to just do the takeoff, talk a little bit while we're getting up to altitude. I'm going to go straight up to 31,000 feet. We're going to be following the high altitude airways, so it's going to have a bunch of different waypoints in between. But I'm basically going to let the plane fly itself. I've got some things to do today that I want to get done. We're selling our house, and we just got an offer. So I'm going to be pretty busy today, but you know what? You know what I like doing? I like having Flight Sim on in the background with the just sound of the engines and just chilling out. So I'm going to chill out while Flight Simulator goes and does its thing. And we've picked another cargo mission here. It's an 857-pound cargo flight, and it's all the way up to here, Sundre Airport, which is right next to Calgary. So once we get to Sundre Airport, maybe we can find a short little trip to get back into Calgary. Sundre Airport is probably only 30 minutes or so from Calgary. It's not very far at all, maybe even 10 minutes from Calgary. It's a very short flight, so we might just go back into Calgary International, which will start these level 1 missions. And I think there's a bunch of these, so we can probably knock out a few of these and get some levels. It's going to help us out. There is a sort of talent tree built into this this game, as it were, as well. So anyway, we're going to get flying. I've already got our flight loaded into Microsoft Flight Simulator, as you can see in the background. So I'm going to, I thought I had already set this up, but maybe I didn't, because I didn't go to the tracking and start it. An error occurred. That's not good. I think I might have to close this and restart it, potentially. I think I was pretty close finishing this setup, and I think it probably died on me, which is why this happened. So you'll get to see the first sort of page of this. We're on the Cumulus network, or the server, I guess, for this. There's different servers for this game. So you can do the Cumulus one. There's also like more hardcore survival type ones where you have to go certain ways. You can't speed up time and stuff like that. But we're not in that. Okay, so yes, our flight plan is already set up. So we're in the tracking page now. We can go back to Flight Sim and we can take off. Like I said, I've got everything pretty much sorted out. I'm gonna put my altitude all the way up to 31,000. We're basically just going to climb straight there. I know it's probably not the best way to do, and probably ATC or somebody is going to yell at me for doing it, but that's okay. I'm going to survive. So let's just pull this pin. I'm increasing it on the autopilot so that I can just basically take off, hit autopilot, and go do my work. Got to talk to my realtor and other things to do, so I will do that in the background. And I'll probably do, I'm going to try a time lapse I might actually record all of this and then do a quick time lapse afterwards. I'm not really sure. That might actually, you know what? That's probably a bad idea because it's probably going to cut a lot of time. I might do a short time lapse, or maybe a small series of time lapses. It's only about a 2-hour flight. I don't think it's very long, but it's enough that I don't really want 2 hours worth of video compressed on my machine. It's probably going to start dropping frames, but we'll see. I'll let it run for a while, and if I start dropping frames or having network connections or problems or anything like that, I'll probably fix it. Now, one thing that I've noticed is that my fuel tank selector is not selecting. It's not auto selecting. So I'd like to fix that. How do I... fuel. Yeah, it is auto. I don't know. It should be auto, so it should switch back and forth between the left and right to even out the fuel. But we'll see. I'll try and keep an eye on it. I know in my last flight I hadn't changed anything. I hadn't changed that button, but it still was giving me errors with that. So that's okay. We're gonna see how this goes. Like I said, I'm gonna be busy this morning getting some stuff done. But once that's done, and we wanna make sure we're nice and comfortable here. Turn on the fan. Turn it up to a nice comfortable temperature. It looks like a beautiful day here, so yeah, luckily we've been flying in all beautiful days. It is summer. Well, I guess it's September. It's not summer anymore, but it's nice down where we are here. So I do believe live weather is on, unless I've screwed that up and changed it somehow and not realized it. But anyway, we've got our parking brake on. We're all ready to go. So let's head down this tiny little runway. And let's get going. This is going to be kind of a weird takeoff because we don't actually have a whole lot of space for this. We need to sort of take off as fast as we can.
Your flight will be monitored until you land and shut down.
Yeah, because I don't want to hit those. I don't want to hit these. Why am I stalling? I don't want to hit. Come on, go, go, go. Okay, we just made it over those houses. That's great. I'm going to hit my gear right away, and I'm going to hit my flaps right away so I don't forget, because sometimes I forget. Okay, we do have our nav on, the yoke on. We're going to do a flight level change, and we're going to set ourselves more or less in the right direction. Okay, 6,600 square feet. I deal with square feet in my business a lot, so I keep saying square feet. It's not square feet, it's feet. Okay, I'm going to set myself in the right direction. I'm going to pull back on my throttle just a tiny bit here, because I don't need to be going quite that much. Probably 78% for now is fine. We'll see this probably drop here in a second. This is not dropping. Okay, let's go back down a little more. It's going down, going down, going down. There we go. Oh, it's just hovering. Let's go down to 66 for now. We'll let this climb up a little bit more, and then that should chill out. So, yeah, I'm going to just cruise up to my flight level 310, and then it's going to be just a little bit of smooth flying, I think. So I'm going to just sort of let the plane do what it does. I don't really need to touch it now for a little while, so I'll leave it here, and we will see you guys in a little bit once I'm a little bit further up. And like I said, we'll try and do a bit of a time lapse. I can already see that there's a couple of skipped frames, so we're having a bit of connection issues. I probably have to turn down something in the settings, so I'm going to try and figure out that a little bit later. But yeah, we'll see you guys a little bit later on this flight. Alright, we're back in the flight deck. I hope you guys have enjoyed some of that time lapse. It was a little bit choppy. I was sort of playing with my settings in OBS Studio as well to try and get a little bit of a better recording. So hopefully it worked out well. Alright, so we're going to be crossing our last waypoint here, which is SEKOM, Secom. So I'm going to be probably throttling down a little bit. We're going to be starting our descent, basically. We're going to be going down to 18,650 feet, although I can't pick 18,1650. I'm going to pick 1860, so 186. And we're going to start that descent now. So we're going to turn vertical speed on, and we're going to decrease our vertical speed down about maybe 1250 or so. That should get us to the next waypoint in time. Let me just check and see. Yeah, that should be more than enough time to get down to UBVAL, where we're going to be. This is our last waypoint before we get to CFN7. We can see that the runway is very well lined up for this, so we should be able to, once we get close enough and we're at the right altitude, we should be able to just use our approach and be perfectly set. So as you can see here, our next waypoint is 18,650 feet. We're going to be going down to 18,600. We should be totally fine getting there. In fact, I'm probably going a little bit too fast. I might back this off to maybe 1750. What's our next ETA? ETE. ETE. Is that ETE? Is that go to the next? I think that's to the next thing, right? I think so. Maybe that's for the whole thing. Anyway, either way, we've got, 5 or 10 minutes to get down. We need to go down just over, what are we at? 10,000 feet now, so, if we go down 600 feet per minute, we should be fine. Let's see. And maybe we need to go a bit more. We need to go down 10,000 square feet. Square feet. A game with the square feet. We need to go down 10,000 feet, and we need to do it within probably a little bit quicker than I think. Okay, so let's decrease this a little bit more. We're going to go down. There's really no downside to going a little bit quicker. So I'm going to turn down the engines just a little bit more. I'm going to let them chill out. We don't need to be doing 325 airspeed on our way in here. Yeah, we're going to definitely drop in time. This is no problem. We're already at 28,700, so not that much more to go. We will just keep on our bearing the way we're going. And we're on our way. All right, hopefully this is enough. I'm not sure. I'd like to know this ETE, if that's the estimated time to the next destination, or is that the estimated time to the next waypoint? I'm not really sure. Either way, we're not that far off. We should be fine. We're 45 nautical miles away. We're still doing 200, so we're going to be getting there relatively quick. Still only 27.4. I wonder if we put flaps down. That's kind of silly, right? We would just lose a lot of speed, but we would lose altitude as well. You know what? Let's do 1 flaps, and we'll drop a little bit quicker. We'll also drop a little bit of airspeed, which is fine. I don't know at what speed pilots usually drop their flaps. It's probably not this speed. We can probably not what we're supposed to do, but you know what? That's okay. We're just having fun. I'm not a real pilot. I really just want to slow down because our airspeed is at 200 and true airspeed was 300 plus. And we're coming in to our final approach here. I want to be at a proper speed. I wonder if our flight computer actually tells us. Does it tell us our speed, what we're supposed to be doing? No. does not tell us our speed. Maybe there's probably a way. There's probably a way somewhere to find out what your speed's supposed to be, but I mean, I can see on the map where we're going here. We're pretty close to the speed we need to be at, or the height we need to be at. We're at 2,400 already. I'm gonna put the flaps back. We're down under 200 for sure now, so that's definitely helping us out. We're at 278 true airspeed, going back up a little bit, so that's okay. We're still dropping pretty quickly at 1,600 feet per minute. So we should be fine to drop the last, 6,000 square feet, 6,000 feet or so, by the time we reach this waypoint. And if we don't, if we're a little bit above, we will just hit the flaps a little bit harder to get to the next waypoint and the altitude which we're supposed to be at for that one, which is going to be, the next one after that is Sundre Airport. So we got to go from 18,000 to 3,600 relatively quickly there. And that's okay. That's easily doable. I'm going to check and make sure, my landing lights are still on. It's fine. That's fine. Landing lights always on. Whatever. De-icing does not need to be on, so it is not on, it looks like. That's fine. Pitot heaters don't need to be on. Yeah. Do we still need the pitot heaters? I guess we still need the pitot heaters on. Alright, fair enough. I do not want to turn the inertial separator on, because we need that. So, we're halfway now to our next waypoint. We went from 31 down to 22, so we've dropped 10,000 feet, which is good. We just have another, 4,500 to go or so, which should be no problem. I'm actually going to increase our vertical speed just slightly because we won't need to go down quite that quickly anymore. We should be able to reach that 18,600 without any issue. I like having this VFR map up. It's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of big and in the way. Maybe there's a better spot for it. I mean, I don't really need to see out this window, do I? And actually, you know what? I don't even need to see all the extra stuff here. I could pull this VFR map up. I could do like a vertical phone. I don't need it to be like that. So let's see. Can we make this? No, that's as skinny as it goes. So that's fine. We can sort of leave that off to this side here, and we can take a peek out and see how we're doing. We're going to be lined up nicely. This runway looks like it's almost perfectly lined up. It looks like we might need to go a little bit off to the left to get into it, but we're going to be right on target. Hopefully it doesn't want us to turn around and land on this side. That would be a big bummer. And we're going to be flying right over Calgary shortly. Can't quite see it. Where is Calgary? It's right up there. I can't quite see it yet. But that's our home base up here. Or this area over here, I guess. Is this Calgary over here? I don't think we can quite see that far yet. It might be here. Is the Bow River showing up here? I don't think it shows up here yet. Yeah, not really. We're headed pretty much straight at it, so between us there, it's out here somewhere maybe. Anyway, over here. That's fine. We're doing well. We're going to go back in the cockpit. And I'm going to probably speed this video up for you a little bit more so that we can get a little bit closer to our not cruising altitude, we were there, to our approach. So we will see you when I get back. Alright, I've brought you back in. We're just about to go over our UBVAL, point here. We're just about to make our final turn. You can see here the ETE does mean your estimated arrival to the next location, basically. I'm not really sure what ETE stands for, but it's the estimated time to your next waypoint. So here we can see here the next one, 20 minutes. So we're 20 minutes away from landing. Now, we need to get down to, well, obviously 3,600 because that's the That's the level 3,600 feet of the airport. So we're going to go, we're going to altitude down to probably 8,000 relatively quickly. In fact, we could ask ATC what they want us to do. Let's maybe do that before we do this. So, turn Edmonton Center, contact Edmonton Center. We actually don't want to talk to Edmonton Center. We want to talk to these guys. You've exceeded your clearance void time. What does that mean? Okay, let's just contact the airports that we're looking for. So we're looking for... Thank you. We are looking for... a little bit further... No. Okay, can we tune out of this? Acme. We're looking for, what, CFN 7 or something? CFC 7? How did I miss it? Vulcan. I know Vulcan. Calgary, South Calgary, Flying Ranch, Winters area. Maybe we can't access it because it's not actually an airport. It's Sundry, CFN 7. CFN 7. I think we can... That's okay. Alright. We're going to do a flight level change anyway. Oh no, vertical speed, right? Yeah, we need to do vertical speed for this. We're going to go down at... Well, what do we got? 20 minutes, and we got to drop down 10,000 feet. So we could go at 500 is totally fine. So let's do maybe... Let's double that just to get down to 8,000 fairly quickly. Yeah, it looks like we can't tune to Sundry Airport or Sundry Field or whatever it comes in as. CFN 7. Yeah, it looks like we don't have that yet. Olds Didsbury. That seems like it's Olds is further away than this, but that's okay. We're gonna forget about ATC. We don't need to know. We're gonna just do our own thing. One thing I did want to show you though is the beautiful city of Calgary, and this is it right now. So we're currently looking at South Calgary here. We're approaching from the south. So I believe this is like the Sundance, Midnapore. This is Midnapore here, I think. I think this is Sundance and Sun Valley or something. I don't live in Calgary anymore. I haven't been here in 20 years, but this is, yeah, roughly that area. This is, I believe, Canyon Meadows here, where I used to live. Woodbine, Lake Bonavista here, and Lake Bonaventure here. This is the Bow River, beautiful Bow River that goes all the way through the city, and then this is Fish Creek Park that goes all the way through the city, and it's a beautiful city. Except in the wintertime. Don't go in the wintertime. It's terrible in the wintertime. But it's lovely in the summertime. And they're building, I think you can probably see here, all of this construction. They're actually building a brand new Costco and a loop, like this ring road here wasn't here when I lived here. So this is pretty exciting. They're building like a brand new big ring road that's supposed to go around the whole city. I think this is part of, I'm not sure if this is the 27X or what it used to be, but it looks like it does go all the way around the whole city. So that's really cool. This construction from Bing Maps has already obviously been picked up, which is great. It's one of the things that you couldn't do was go from this part of Calgary to this part of Calgary because there was a river in the way, and now they've built a bridge. This is the Glenmore Reservoir, a beautiful reservoir. It's the fresh water source for Calgary, so all the drinking water gets stored there and pumped out from there. What a beautiful place. You're not allowed, obviously, motorized vehicles, so you can just go out there and go sailing or fishing, all that kind of stuff. Beautiful locations. So this is we're gonna make not downtown, but we're gonna make Calgary our home base for at least a little while. I probably want to move to somewhere more exciting because let's be honest, Calgary is just not that exciting. It's just in the middle of nowhere, as you can see. It's just flat everywhere. That's sort of Western Canada, unfortunately. So we're probably gonna pick a little bit of a nicer area eventually to move to. Maybe somewhere like Montreal or somewhere in Ontario, where there's a little bit more. There's some more airports and some more hills. But also, we might move to somewhere like Europe, where there's the Alps and they have more cities that are condensedly packed and things like that. So yeah, I'm really open. I'm not tied to anything yet. But for now, everyone when they start Flight Simulator, they want to start from their home, and this was my home for almost 2 decades. So I'm fond of it. It's fond memories here. I'm flying right over my favorite body of water in all of Canada, the Glenmore Reservoir. Oh, good times. Now we're flying over, I think this is like the Signal Hill area here, and I think West Springs and some of those newer like Cougar Ridge areas are up here. These are really beautiful areas. I think this is called Discovery Ridge here as well. It's sort of like this little nestled little community down on the south of this whatever this is, Sarcee Trail or something. Beautiful areas, really nice areas of town here, and close enough to downtown. You can see this horrendous. I don't know what's wrong with the map data. Everything in downtown looks just bleh. But maybe that's a map data thing, and if we zoomed in, maybe it would be better. I'm not really sure. No, it looks terrible zoomed in. I think we have to load the high quality data from that. We're too high. We're not going for that right now. So yeah, and then you've got Nose Hill Park up here. This is a really cool park. If anyone's visiting Calgary, Nose Hill is nice. Yeah, and then sort of the rest of North Calgary. I'm not really that familiar with Northern Calgary because I've never lived there. There's the airport, Calgary International. You can see another plane taking off. That's probably a live player, or potentially live traffic, because I think live traffic is on as well. Oh, and they just disappeared. So maybe it's a live player. Anyway, Calgary Airport there. We are closing in 46 nautical miles to our Sundre Airport, which is where we are heading. We're still at flight level 137. We are going down at a cool as a cucumber 900 feet per minute. So we will reach our altitude of 8,000 fairly quickly. And then, like I said, we should be lined up right away to get right into the runway. So I'm going to give you the last little look of Calgary here. I'm gonna shoot this into time lapse so that you guys can see everything as we get closer to the airport, and we'll probably catch up with you when we're a little bit closer to that said airport. All right, we're coming into our final approach here. I can see you can see the runway here. If I zoom in, you can see the runway. We are pretty much straight on. We need to go off to the left a little bit, so I'm going to synchronize my heading, and I'm going to turn it off a little bit to the left here, not too much, just to get, like I said, lined up a little bit better to the runway here as we approach. I've set our altitude to 5,700, which should be more than enough to get down to by the time we get there. We are still 11 nautical miles away, so we've got a little bit of time. I'm going to take it off of autopilot fairly soon, but for right now, it's easier to get to get it a little bit straighter on by using the heading, and that'll be fine. Ooh. Are you yelling at me? No, I am not generic DMG. So I still can't. Can I get into? Do I still not have Sundre Airport? Oh, there we go. Sundry Airport. Tune CFN traffic. Choose a runway. We're going to choose runway. What are we on? 33? Yes, that seems right. And we're going to do a full stop landing. Okay, we are headed off to the right a little bit. I'm going to change our heading a little bit more so that we can straighten up. I mean, we're going to announce our position, I guess. There's no tower here. That's why ATC isn't really ATC. There's no air traffic control. We just announce, basically, that we're coming in. Okay, so you can see we're still a little bit high. I'm going to change our heading now right into the airport. 319. I think it's 33 is the runway, right? 33. Yeah, this looks good. Let's just synchronize to current heading. And let's slow down a little bit more. I'm going to probably take over now. Thank you, Autopilot. You have done a fantastic job. I'll take it from here. We're going to put our flaps. We're going to put our gears. We're going to try landing this from the cockpit view today, I guess. We're still doing 140, so we are coming in too fast. Our engines are all the way down. I want to get into this glide slope first. Then I might hit the flaps again if I need to. Oh, yeah, we're passing through our thing. That's fine. All right. I wonder, can we put on approach mode? I don't think so. That's okay. We're close enough. I want to use the approach. I thought we'd have time to use that today, but I just kind of forgot. I actually thought it was going to turn on automatically, but it didn't, which is okay. All right, we are going still too fast. I'm gonna double up on my flaps here. Get flaps all the way down. That's gonna pull us right up, and that's gonna slow us down quite a bit.
Wind calm.
Winds are calm, so that's great. Now we're at the right speed. This is really janky to control right now for some reason. I'm barely touching my stick, and it's throwing the plane in weird directions. I'm going to try and get a better score on this landing than I did in the last landing, because the last one was really bad. Okay, it looks like I need to kill some more flaps and maybe get a little bit more speed, because I'm starting to stall a little early. Let's get a little bit going. Alright, there we go. Full flaps again. A little bit bouncy, but that's fine. And let's touch down. Oh, a little bumpy, but that's fine.
Landed at Charlie Fox November 7th, Sundra.
There we go. And we are at Sundry Airport. Not Sundra. And I'm going to do a full taxi into what looks like the parking area here. Now, as I said, once we arrive at this airport, we're going to look for something, maybe a quick trip that's going to bring us into Calgary Airport. But I assume there's not going to be any jobs to do there, and we're just going to have to go into the airport. We'll just do a flight with making no money. Not very efficient, but that's okay. It is what it is. All right, we're going to center this up. We're going to probably slow down a little bit because we're still going a little quick. We're going to kill this nav because we don't need that now. We're going to hit our brakes a little bit more, and we're going to try and turn in here nice and smooth. No hopes of that, so we'll just go in nice and crooked. Oh, look, there's people here waiting for us already to catch us. No problem. We're going to stop right in front of them so we don't kill them. I'm pretty sure you get minus points if you chop everyone up into spaghetti. So we will not be doing that. I probably came in on the wrong taxiway too, maybe. Was I supposed to come out on that one, potentially? No, I think this one's the one I was supposed to come out on. Okay. Let's come in right here. And let's stop. Oh, look at that. It's telling me to stop right there. Boom. Done. Parking brakes. Control-Shift-E. Engines off. And that should be the end of the flight.
Engine off time logged. End of flight. Registered in OnAir Company.
All right. Let's transition over to OnAir, and let's see how we did. All right. We got 297 XP, which is actually not a bad amount of XP. It was a pretty long flight. We did start early this morning. I got a bunch of stuff done. Talked to my real estate agent and did a whole bunch of other stuff. So it was really good to be able to do this at the same time. And it looks like everything was good. So the job finished, the goods transport, and the payment was delivered. So that job has been done. So now we should have, I think that was like a $40,000 or $50,000 job, if I remember correctly. Let's go back to our dashboard. Yeah, we have 249,000. Let's see the accounting system we can go into and see how much we just got paid. Yeah, look at that, $42,720. That's a good amount of money for a little bit of work. And we have 3 jobs completed now. We're level 1. So, like I said, the next job we're going to do is we're going to go fly to Calgary. And we're going to do this job here where we go down to Lethbridge. Again, another job where I get to go back from my hometown to where I went to school at the University of Lethbridge. So I'm looking forward to go do that. I wonder what happens if we hit regenerate. Does that just give us a random location? I don't really want that. I want this because I want to be going down there. It never expires. It gives us 1,000 XP, which is huge. It's only worth $5,000, which is a bummer. But we'll still make money because it's not going to take... I think this is only a 30-minute flight, and we're being charged right now. Well, we'll need to get to here first, but I think it's still going to be fine. We'll have more than enough money. $5,000 will still pay for our gas and pay for the rental on the plane we're still in. And then eventually I want to get our own plane because we're getting close. We're at 249,000. If I want to buy one of these planes, I think, where is the live operations map? No, I want to go to the aircraft. I want to buy some aircraft. Let's see. No, this is not where I want to go. I want to go to my company. Or world, yes. Search or generate aircraft. Yeah. So what I want to do is I want to search for an aircraft. I wonder if a multi-engine turboprop. Actually, I still probably want a single-engine turboprop. I don't think we need double. Let's search there, and we'll filter by Microsoft Flight Sim. And look, we could get a Grand Caravan, or we can buy one of these Asobos, the TBM 930s. These are $428,000, which is quite a lot. They only seat 5. The Grand Caravans are so much better. They can take 3,200 pounds. Their range is a little bit lower, and their speed is a little bit lower, but they can take a lot of passengers. So this would be probably more efficient to get a Grand Caravan. And of course it is. It's a Grand Caravan. I'm not sure if I'd have to do a check ride on this as well, because I've already done a check ride on a single engine turboprop. I think the way this system works is that the check ride is good for each type of plane. I'm not sure if that's the same in real life, but meh, whatever. All right, so let's see if there's... We'll go to Calgary International, and let's see if one of these is for sale. Rent price, sale price. Oh, look, you know what? We're actually not that bad. We could buy one of these ones here. Look, we could buy this one here. It's only 84 nautical miles away, and we'd still have money. We wouldn't even need to take out a loan for that one. But it is in poorer condition, and we'd need to get it repaired. But, you know what? Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Anyway, so there's some options here. What else could we look at? We could look at jets. Excuse me. The longitude, we could, I mean, that's only 685,000, and it can carry 14,000 pounds. The range on it is not very good, but if we do those medium range, or the sort of 100 to 500 nautical mile range flights, we could definitely do this. Why does it say 37 knots? That can't be right. So something's weird with that one. This should be, I guess this is maybe this has been I don't know, that seems weird. I don't know why an Airbus A320 is here in jet. That should be a heavy jet, isn't it? No, I guess it's not. 747s and 787s are heavy jets. Now those are millions. We're not going to get into that anytime soon. Oh, helicopters. We don't have any of those. Multi-engine turboprop land. Let's see what we got from multi-engines. The Beechcraft King Air. Yeah, this is a great plane as well. It can carry a lot, 5,800 pounds, 11 seat passengers, but they're very, very expensive. So I don't think we're going to find one that's even close to our price range. No, the cheapest one's $1 million. We're very far from that. So in our next video, we're probably going to head to Calgary, start doing some of these the beginner sort of quests. I sort of skipped it at first because I wanted to get a bit of money and have some fun, but we really should do these. These are like the starter quests in any MMO. We got to do it. So we're gonna go do those in the next video. But for now, I hope you've enjoyed this video here. We're stopped in Sundre Airport. It has been a great day. What a beautiful. I'm not sure, is live weather on? I feel, yeah, it's live weather. It is a beautiful day. I can look out my window and confirm it is beautiful where I am. I'm in Vancouver, so I'm a little far away from Sundre in Alberta, but it is beautiful. There's no clouds here either. So anyway, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I hope you're safe where you guys are. I hope it's not cloudy and it's not raining or snowing or any of that kind of stuff. And we'll see you guys in the next video where we do a couple of short Alberta trip missions.